Okay, awesome. Well, welcome everyone. I'm going to share my screen. Thank you so much for coming on and joining us on this very busy day, because I know everyone's got a lot going on. I'm just going to share my screen and we'll get started. Can you guys see my screen?
Coming. Yep. Yeah, it's your full one.
Yeah.
Just press present. You're good.
Yeah, here we go. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, welcome everyone. We're going to be talking about how to beat burnout and boost your immune system. You can put in the chat like how you're feeling today out of 1 out of 10. I don't know, like are you feeling the burnout yet? Is it coming? I know I was talking to somebody today and she's like, I'm starting to feel the burnout coming. So yeah, so we're having this online event because the in-person was a bit difficult, but I'm glad you guys are all here, and we're going to be talking about how to strengthen your immune system and just stay healthy during the winter months. I know Cindy mentioned earlier she wants to learn natural ways to not get the flu, so that's a perfect place to be. Yeah, so introductions. So for me, a lot of you guys know me already, but I'm a holistic coach. I help stressed out and anxious women release trapped emotions so they can break free from overthinking, reconnect with themselves, and feel calm, present, and joyful again. And I love using essential oils to support the mood, to help feel balanced and calm in the most hectic days. It's been a really nice way to incorporate essential oils into my practice, and a lot of my clients too are they love how it makes them feel and how it actually elevates their emotions or calms them down, makes them feel grounded. So that's me. And Amanda, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So I'm from Hamilton, so I don't know where the rest of you guys are from. Maybe put that in the chat. But I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2008, and that kind of like led me on this journey of natural health and wellness. I stumbled across doTERRA just like you guys, wondering how to like keep my body healthy. One of the things that created my cancer to grow faster, I have the BRCA gene, lots of other things, but not managing stress well. And so that was something that I really wanted to focus on. My background's in social work, so clearly a very stressful job. So I love to specialize and teach about stress, anxiety, overwhelm, just like that burnout, because I taught it all the time, but didn't practice it myself. And then do a lot of work with just helping the body to heal after disease, after things that go on, and just getting our bodies back to optimal health. I've been through a lot over the 18 years of being cancer free. I have the BRCA gene, so there's still lots that goes on with cancer. So this just helps me be able to use natural health products, and doTERRA is one of the main tools. Not the only one, because we obviously, I can't just rely on an oil to magically fix everything. But doTERRA is one of the tools to help me just get through everything that's going on and help my body kind of get to that place and space.
Awesome, thank you. And I learned so much from you too. Like, it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's fun work. So Simi and I work together. It's fun working with people that have this passion and this energy to really just share what you share. Like you teach me so much around the stress and like help us remind. I think like we'll get into this place and space where we all know we shouldn't like be burnt out and be stressed. We all have tools, but it's like getting these reminders and some extra little tips that might fit into our day is really important. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's talk about stress. I think many women experience a lot of stress. I think there's good stress and there's bad, like, I don't know, and there's high levels of stress. And if we live in a lot of stress over time, it affects our nervous system. We tend to get sick easier, especially this time of year, because we feel like run down. Our body gets stuck in that flight or fight. It impacts our sleep, mood, focus, energy. And sometimes we're not even aware that we're stressed out. Like, I know Amanda and I've had this conversation where I'm like, I don't think I'm that stressed out. I don't know why I'm having these issues. She's like, well, um, maybe you're just not aware of your stress. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not aware of my stress sometimes because we're so busy, we're going throughout our day, and uh, we don't take the time to sit down and sit back and see, okay, I am stressed, my nervous system is overactive, my cortisol is high, and I'm not feeling good. So it affects our body, our hair, everything, you know, our heart, immune system, reproductive organs, um, skin, joints, bones, everything. For any of you with your phones, you can use this QR code just to scan, and you can get a free ebook on stress hacks if you're interested. I'll leave that on for a second and I'll come back to it later.
One thing that's always good to like look at is like when you look at your body, what do you guys notice when you're stressed? And maybe put it in the chat or just say it out loud while this is still up. But like, what do you guys notice when you're stressed? Like, what's the first thing? I'll get a little eye twitch and then I'm like, oh, yep, my body's like, something's going on. What are some things that you guys notice? Itchy. What else? Feel free to unmute yourself too. You can be engaged and like not have to just type. Makes it fun.
Yeah. I think for me,
Tense
my
muscles.
breathing, my like heart palpitations sometimes, like if I'm really stressed out, that's
Yeah,
a big
tense
one.
muscles, tired, love this. Anything else that kind of comes up? Like, what are some things that, like, when you're hitting that burnout, what are some things? Hives, twitches. Yeah, thanks, guys.
I'm like Sue. I find it in my
Mm,
breathing and like tight chest.
Yeah, it turns into anxiety really fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, almost like a panic attack kind of coming on. Yeah, totally
yeah,
relate
love
to
that.
all
Sorry, I
that.
just figured while people are taking pictures of the,
Yeah, no, thank you because I can't see the chat, so thank you for managing that.
yeah,
So yeah, essential oils. Essential oils can help because sense, smell travel directly to the limbic system, the part of the brain that regulates emotions and memory. Oils can calm racing thoughts, slow heart rate, and support relaxation. That's really been helpful for me because I started experiencing those palpitations, I think, a year ago. And I was like, whoa, I never had that before. And definitely incorporating essential oils and, you know, more self care and just taking care of my stress levels has definitely solved the problem for me. And I can tell, like, when I'm not taking care of myself, the onset of everything you guys mentioned, I can feel the symptoms. So yeah, it releases happy chemicals like serotonin and endorphins to help us feel calm and relaxed and feel good. And I just put some pictures of oils that are like really notoriously known to support you with that relaxation, like Adaptive Balance, Copaiba, Serenity. These blends are amazing. And not only um, people think of essential oils as just diffusing them, but you can also put them on your body. You can take them internally. Like I take Copaiba internally every day. I think I've got my mom on it and everything. It really helps calm the nervous system. Yeah, so I was saying, there's many ways to use essential oils. You can diffuse it for calm, like using lavender, frankincense, or citrus oils in a diffuser shifts the mood in your space. So wherever you are, you can just quickly feel that effect by just diffusing them in the area where you're sitting.
Can I
Breathing.
ask you a question?
Yeah,
Sorry, can I
absolutely.
ask a
Yeah,
question?
absolutely.
So I have this diffuser, which is, I've had it for years and I think they discontinued the oils or the diffuser or something, but it actually burns. It has a wick. Will these oils work in that?
In a wick, I think that sounds a bit different, but I'm not sure. Like I would have to look at it. Um, these ones you mainly put a water and then diffuse, but it might work there. I mean, I have to see the product that you're talking about and the mechanism of it, but maybe.
Okay. I can send you a photo later,
Yeah,
and we can talk about it later. And I
yeah,
just didn't know if you knew off the top of your head.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, okay, thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we can breathe it in, place a drop on your palm. So like, you know, just adding some of the oils and doing the deep breathing like this also helps when you feel your anxiety or your stress levels throughout the day. You can use it like that. It helps slowing your breath, calms those anxious thoughts, especially some of the oils like balanced or lavender or any of the calming oils. They really help with yeah, helping your slowing your thoughts down and re-engaging your breathing and just paying attention to that. And even some of the roller bottles are excellent because you can take them on the go wherever you're working. They work really well. They're diluted with fractionated coconut oil, so they're easy to take on the go. You can add them in relaxing bath, add a few drops of lavender um, or chamomile for a soothing bath with Epsom salt or whatever. And that also helps calm your body, relax your body, and using it in a bedtime ritual like oils like lavender, cedarwood, frankincense, 30 minutes before bed to quiet the mind. It improves the sleep. So I always have it going in the bedroom where I know I'm going to be winding down, and it helps you just get into that relaxation mode and fall into a deeper sleep. Um, yeah. Amanda, do you use it for like your bedtime routine as well?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when you just get into, I think routine's so important, right? So like these are all great, and you just like you're picking that smell. And someone said in the chat that they love balance, and it's like, yeah, that's so pick your like smells that you love that are gonna like help you relax, and then you're just gonna get into that like ritual and start it. I do. So my husband actually sets up our diffuser now because I didn't set it up for a couple nights, and he now just does it himself. So he gets to pick what's in the diffuser because he sets it up himself. But typically it's like copaiba. We get a little bit more. He likes like the woodsy ones. So like your cedarwood, your frankincense. So it depends on your personal smell. But if you don't get into routine, um, then your body's not getting into that circadian rhythm of really wanting to like shut down. And so you'll find yourself, I mean, I do some other things with like putting your phone aside and some other routine components, but definitely. And if you're having a rougher day, up what you're doing, right? So like I will take the oils internally before bed if I know I'm like go, 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 and I feel like I'm like spinning, depending on kind of what's happening, but having that like set ritual that you're kind of doing will definitely help.
Love it. Thank you. So yeah, easy daily practices. I think with oils is consistency is key to seeing it's like over time. You know that the smell, you train your brain that when I smell this, your body knows it's gonna slow down. Um, Having a morning reset, peppermint or citrus, I always diffuse those for a little bit more motivation to wake you up, especially now that it's kind of dark in the morning. They really help with getting you going in the morning and help with that busyness. Midday calm, using lavender roller on or on your, like, I'm going to show you here. I have it right here on your wrists, and just smelling it on your temples or stress here on your temples, your neck area, and that really helps you with that midday calm. And then evening wind down, you can diffuse lavender or frankincense before bed. And on the go, you can keep your roller bottles in your purse for anxious moments. So you always have that tool with you, no matter where you are in the day.
I have
Oh,
a
yeah,
question.
absolutely.
When you put it on, when you roll it on, how long does it last, the aroma?
It lasts for a while, like with the essential oils. Like I noticed it lasts for me a solid hour or so, and then I might need to use it again just because it is so potent and natural. Like you do need to like maybe use more of it throughout the day, and because it's pharmaceutical grade, you can use more to just help you. So like I know when my children have a slight fever, I put peppermint on their body to naturally cool them down. And
Yeah.
you can do that for yourself for hot flashes. Put peppermint on your neck, but you might need to do that a little bit more often, maybe every hour, or peppermint I use for my kids, like if they're really fighting a fever, every half an hour. Or it just depends on how much you need it at that moment. But because they are natural products, they do evaporate quicker than, so you do need to reapply. I don't know if I answered that correctly. Is that
Yeah,
good? Yeah,
fine.
I would like to add something here. So I've been using doTERRA's eucalyptus oil, and
yeah.
it's very helpful with the respiratory problems like the cough and cold. And I just put 2 drops on my kids' clothes, and they have it almost kind of for 6 hours, and
Oh,
then they keep on
amazing.
smelling it, and they feel quite better.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I forgot to mention that eucalyptus is amazing for respiratory, especially this time of year, along with On Guard, just to help open up those airways, easy air. A lot of these are natural ways to, yeah, if you put it on their clothes, it definitely stays on longer. Um, yeah, but if you're putting it on your skin, you might need to use it a little bit more. But with, it all depends on your need. But what I love is that they're natural and good products, so it's okay if you use it often, whenever you need it. It's safe to do that. Yeah, so simple self-care. I think I already went over this, how to use it, so I won't go over it again. So yeah, so what some of the clients are saying that are using it, they've created a beautiful routine that helps them stay calm and centered in the busiest days. People have said that they have more energy, being on the supplements, which we'll share about a little bit later, and using the oils to help them feel focused and energy throughout the day. They feel more in control of their moods, especially because you're going to be training your brain when you have this smell, you're going to feel calm, you're going to feel less anxious, you're going to feel more grounded, and your brain gets used to that. Like, she smells this, we're just going to relax, your nervous system is going to calm down. And it's amazing over time with consistent use how your body just responds so beautifully to the smells. Yeah, it's helped people. Somebody said they help them with their brain fog and energy, and the doTERRA products are a total game changer. And they're able to incorporate simple tools to for their self-care routine, and that's the best that they've ever felt. For me personally too, I started using these products more so when I started getting into perimenopause. The heart palpitations, the anxiety started coming out of nowhere, which is not like me. And I was like, okay, like, how am I gonna take control of all these things, like brain fog, tiredness, all of these things? But using these products has definitely helped me feel more balanced and in control of my health. Would you like to share anything, Amanda, or should I just move on?
And I can share, I think that it was just a kind of cool one. I think you'll touch on the supplements, but um, so I went through surgical menopause. Anyways, it's been 3 years. And I came off of hormone replacements. Long story, not going to talk about that, but I had to manage symptoms without using that. And it's been a struggle. But the adaptive capsules that you talked about in the beginning, so I was taking those just when I was stressed. They have GABA in them. They're great for like relaxing. I kind of call them like the chill, when you can just like, you need to focus on something and the world can like spin around you, but you can still focus. When you have some of those days where that whirlwind just keeps going, these help to just focus. And so I found that because my hot flashes increased when my cortisol levels were increased, taking the adaptive capsules in the morning has helped manage the hot flashes a lot more. So because my body's coming out of that fight and flight response and just coming down right off the bat. And then if I feel like I'm having more anxious times during the day, I'll use the oils, right? Like I'm breathing it in, I've trained my brain. But at nighttime, because those hot flashes at night, and if you're in that, phase in your life, you know that they're bad. So sometimes at nighttime, I'll take it again. And it helps me sleep because your body's out of that fight and flight. So it's helping to like get into that rest and restore, but it's bringing that cortisol down that notch. And I have blood work done every 6 months. And like my functional doctor was like, I've not seen someone's cortisol level like that consistent and that well while you're struggling through menopause. So that's a win just overall, kind of looking at it. And then my mom's would be, and I always share this story because it's like crazy to me. So she had pneumonia every year for 5 years, maybe six, before kind of jumping in the products. It's like 10 years ago. And started the vitamins. And she's just like, I've been on vitamins all my life. They're fine. So after 2 years, she was like, you know what? I've never had pneumonia again. And I'm like, okay, knock on wood, mom, because like, I don't know. And it's now been almost 11 years and she's never had pneumonia again. She didn't change anything else. Like she started using more of the oils, but like literally it was like the vitamins. She's always ate healthy. Like she's just a healthy person. And I think just, being able to be consistent, having something in your body that's working well. She's like, I will never come off of them because like that has helped me keep my immune system up here so I don't get sick. And when I get sick, I get better a lot faster. So yeah, like just some really cool things that we could probably go on with testimonials. I don't know if anyone here, because I know some of you guys said that you use the oils. Does anyone have like one that they love and that they like can't live without? I know someone said lavender in the chat. Balance. You guys are
Mhm.
free to share if you've got like a story you want to share. Feel free.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can just keep going.
Yeah.
I
Um,
Oh,
I
go. Yeah.
oh
Hi,
I
Khalifa.
hi Simi. I like On Guard is one that like especially during this time of year, like is one that I use quite often. Um, if anybody's sick or like getting sick, rubbing it on the bottoms of our feet, the spine, as well. So yeah, that's one that I
I
use
love that. I
especially during
use
this especially during the season. When sometimes I even like add it to our soap. Um,
mm,
so like for the for washing of hands. So yeah, that's one that especially during this season I use and love.
I love that. I use On Guard like when I feel a little tickle in my throat, I'll just add that oil right into my water and knock on wood, I've been very healthy and it's just clears away any kind of tick. I can feel something coming on, and because On Guard is like antibacterial and it's such a good oil, it just whatever it is you're fighting, it kind of eliminates it usually very well. I love On Guard. It's my fave. Thanks for sharing. So looking at wellness as a holistic, from a holistic perspective, yeah, nutrition and digestion is very important. We have to take care of our body and like what we're putting in our body. That's one that I always struggled with, but I'm getting better at with, especially being on the supplements. I'm finding I'm just craving a little bit better food. I'm wanting and taking better care, and just my palate has changed overall. Movement and metabolism is very important. Exercising, walking, is very important. And as we were just heavily talking about rest and managing stress, that all plays a role in our health and how we manage our immune system, our health, our body, and reducing toxicity, which I won't go into too much details about. But if your body's constantly, you're constantly trying to address the toxicity, your body's working really hard, and then it doesn't have a chance to relax and um, be healthy because you're constantly in that battle stage. Yeah, so this is just a pyramid from doTERRA that shares the ladder, starting with the foundation, which is nutrition and digestion, and making good choices to take care of ourselves, informed self-care, taking care of your skin, supplementing to promote the health of your body systems, staying on top of women's health issues. Um, I find that these days, a lot of women are coming out and talking about how they're not feeling supported in the medical system. And it's really important that we take our health in our own hands and support ourselves and really learn about our body and our hormones and how they affect us. Okay, so why doTERRA? Because I know you can go to your local health food store and get some essential oils. Well, let's talk about that. um, So Amanda's been using the oils for over 10 years, so I know she can speak about this with a lot of passion. But for me as well, I really, because I use these oils on my children, it's really important to me that they're ethically sourced. They are well tested, and they are, there's a lot of research done on the quality, and I can trust that doTERRA is one of the top oils, that they take the time to do all the testing and make sure that they have a very high standard for purity. Did you want to speak on that a little bit, Amanda, or I'll just jump
No,
in?
I mean, I think some people, um, well, two things. I just please don't buy doTERRA on Amazon. I just had someone message me yesterday and was like, "Oh, I see doTERRA's on Amazon." Don't buy it from Amazon, guys. It's illegal for us to sell doTERRA on Amazon, which means who's ever selling it is doing something illegal, and it's not doTERRA. So that's like the first thing. Don't buy them. And then I mean, I think people look at, and I'll use sage. Does anyone use essential oils? Like where have you bought essential oils from like a health food store from? I had someone buy them from Temu. Don't buy them from Temu. Like, you know,
That
because
was
this
really
stuff that
funny.
you're using for your health. But I think some people are like, but it's cheaper at Sage. It's in the mall, it's cheaper. And I just want you to look at, forget even if we go into testing and like all the amazing things, they're pharmaceutical grades you can inject. Like, so there's multiple uses for them. But most people, those of you guys that have diffusers, how many drops are you putting in your diffusers if they're not doTERRA? So if they're doTERRA, you should only be putting a couple. But if they're not doTERRA, how many drops do you think you normally put in there?
I'm
5?
putting 10 to 15 drops, but I use them from Sage.
Yeah. So the Sage bottles will say 5 to 10 drops in the diffuser, right? And that's like the typical. If you 5 drops, those of you guys that use the doTERRA ones, if you 5 to 10 drops or 5 to 6, Rosie said, of doTERRA's peppermint in your diffuser, you probably wouldn't be able to sit in that room.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're actually saving money because you use less. And then you also have so many uses for it. So I put in the chat about lavender. So lavender is great. People use it because they like it for sleep and all of that. But lavender's PubMed has published studies around our lavender because it's pharmaceutical grade and actual dosage of ingesting it for anxiety. You can also use it for allergies. You can also use it for burns. So now you've got this one thing that costs you $35 for 300 drops that you can use for a whole bunch of things and replace them. So I think sometimes when people just look, they're like, oh, I'm buying a lavender. Well, I can buy a lavender at HomeSense for $20. So spend 15 more dollars and you have a million uses for it. So that kind of helps. And then I can't talk enough about community. I think like even just in doTERRA, our community teaches classes. You guys are seeing this class. We have immune classes. We have women's health and hormones. There's one actually going on right now that's women's health and hormones. There's lots of education. We're not doing our job if you buy oils and you don't know what to do with them. Like I know Angela, you've been in touch with Sumit like crazy, just to, like, what do I do with this? Right? Like we're there to educate. If you just buy an oil and you don't know what to do with it, we've not done our job. So you get that extra support from our whole community. And I think that's a bigger deal because I know I've bought stuff off the shelf and then was like, I can't remember what I was supposed to do with this, or it didn't work. And then it's garbage. Like I just don't know what to do. And I love Angela's like all the time I'm messaging because that's a big important part. I think probably one of the most important parts that people find when they're looking for health solutions.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, so these are some of the oils and capsules. Like we have capsules with Serenity if you wanted to get a restful night's sleep. Vitaver is an oil I just started using with my daughter, and wow, does that ever work well. That's a really great oil for calming before bed. Great for adults too, because I've put it on myself. And I don't know, it just does something when you put it on yourself. You feel immediately calm and relaxed. It's got a very nice soft scent. Copaiba, Adaptive, Balance. Some of these oils are that are in this picture are fantastic for supporting you with managing stress and helping you with sleep and all of that. Okay, so nutrition and digestion. And we're going to talk about some of the supplements here, and I'm going to just hand it over to Amanda to do this part.
I mean, I've been on these for over 11 years, and I was on about $600 worth of vitamins before this because of my cancer journey. And so I took this to my naturopath, and I'm like, ignore the name. I just want you to look at the ingredients in this. And does this not replace some of the stuff I'm on? And she was like, well, the only way to really test it is take it and see how your blood work and your live cell blood, like everything responds. And I haven't come off of this, except for the days that I forget, or if I've been on vacation and I forgot it and I kick myself. So I want to just ask how many people actually take vitamins? And it doesn't matter what brand. I don't care if they're not doTERRA, just put like a chat or raise your hand. How many people take vitamins? Put a one if you take a vitamin or a thumbs up. Now, how many people out of you guys that take vitamins, do you notice a difference if you miss a day when you don't take your vitamins? Just put a, not really, yeah. You can unmute yourself too if you want. Rosie, do you notice a difference?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. So you should notice a difference, right? Like if your body is fueled, you should notice a difference. If you don't notice a difference, and this goes with the doTERRA ones too. So I'm not just talking about like, doTERRA's is the only one you're going to notice a difference with. If you don't notice a difference, I would say switch it up and try something else for a bit. Or pay attention, like come off of it for a bit and pay attention to your body. So with these, you get a 30-day money back guarantee. I love that because if you don't notice a difference in 30 days, little differences, you're not going to have like life changing. Oh my gosh, I'm like, I have no pain anymore and I have the most energy. But if you don't notice a difference in 30 days, you get your full money back because of the bioavailability and the bioretention of these vitamins. So you've got your normal omega. So omegas, good for the brain, especially women, perimenopause women. They help. The way that I like to say it in non-sciencey terms is think of your car. If you filled your car with oil, but it had a slow leak, right? Your car's gonna be moving well, everything's gonna be, rotating well. But with that slow leak, some things might start to go downward, right? You might not notice them right away. Maybe if you're not paying attention, you don't notice it clunks or it does this or it does that. But when you have no oil left in your car, it dies. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It dies. It's happened to me before. So it dies. It sits on the side of the road. Your body's sort of the same. So those omegas keep your brain fueled, your joints fueled. Our omegas also have essential oils in them, which is nice because you're getting some daily dose of frankincense, which is great for our brain health. You're getting some daily dose of some tummy tamers, just in case, your stomach gets upset while you're taking vitamins, but also because our gut typically just needs some settling. And that's your omegas. Then you've got your micro, the last one on the end, the micro Plex VMZ. This is your multivitamin. So think regular multivitamin, but now it has some superfoods, some broccoli, cauliflower, your greens in there, as well as some more tummy tamers. It's got all that in there. The bigger heavy hitter of this, where you notice the most difference, is the Alpha Seras, that middle one. That bottle alone is $85. The whole 3 kit of them is 115. So this is the one that is your cells. It has ginkgo biloba, coenzyme Q10, green tea extra, pomegranate seed extra, quercetin. So all of the things that are to help your cells rejuvenate, stay healthy, duplicate, give you energy, and then function better. Because as we get older, our cells start to just not work as well as they used to when we were little. It does all this. Plus, it has milk thistle, so it helps a gentle detox as well. And it has a bunch of other ingredients that my brain doesn't remember them all. So they're meant to be taken together. What was happening before was I started buying good supplements, but all of a sudden there'd be a sale on like an Omega from another company, and I'm like, oh, I can save $20, and this one's still a good one. So then I'd buy the Omega from this company, and then I'd buy my ginkgo biloba from this one. And now I'm like taking them all, and it's like take this one 2 hours from this one, and take well, my pill container, my schedule ends up being like, well, you can't take this and this together. So then you're just like, oh. So now all of a sudden it's like, what do we do and when are we supposed to take things? This allows you from science and backed by science. These are meant to be taken together. They're also meant to be taken in the morning and midday. Why? Because a one a day vitamin is not giving you sustained nutrients throughout the day, unless it's like a liquid vitamin. So I'll give like a clause in there, unless it's a liquid and it has a good bioretention. So this was some good science backed behind it. We've got lots of different clinical studies that are done on this, and that's how you can give the 30-day money back guarantee. I call this your foundation though, because if you don't have this, and I can speak for myself just like with my own stress journey, if I'm not getting good nutrients in, my body can't manage stress. Now, yes, you still have to eat well. You can't out supplement a good eating habits. I'm not saying that. We need to still fuel our body, but we know that our food's not like it should be anymore. And so this is a great way to be able to supplement what we're missing. You don't have to take a full dosage. So I'd say get up to the, like, start smaller, get up to the full dosage at the end of 30 days. So you know what it feels like. And then you can kind of play around with your body. I take 2 of each in the morning, and then I'm often forgetful midday. So I sometimes forget that middle one. But if I was, so not anymore, but when I was on my period or if I was feeling under the weather, I make sure I take a full dosage. So that is the vitamins, and there's kind of a breakdown of what they're doing. They don't need to be taken. So I'm just looking at the chat. They don't need to be taken with food. Do some people feel better when they take them with food if they get like some repeating on them? Sure, but they do have tummy tamers in them that you don't need to take them with food. They can all be taken together and then you take them again midday. If you forget, not a big deal. But I notice in the morning, if I don't take my dosage, by 2 o'clock, I'm getting that, like, if I'm sitting, I could sit and fall asleep and have a nap. And I don't drink coffee, but I feel like I could have like some caffeine as a pick me up. I have lots of people coming off caffeine. If that's like a goal of yours, just taking this. So low blood pressure. So here's the base of this. Because they're so bioavailable in the body, I was on B12 injections. That's how low I was in B12. And taking these, I no longer needed B12 injections. Actually, my latest blood work was like, your B12 is like bang on in the good level. You don't need more. So, but everyone's body is different. So in the winter in Canada, we need some extra vitamin D. There's vitamin D in it. We should have some extra vitamin D because it's not sunny out anymore. If your body isn't able to take in the vitamin D or vitamin B well, or if you're really deficient and it's a medical reason why, and you know that, take it, do some blood work before, do blood work, 3 months, 4 months after, and then see where your B levels are at. And so for the most part, I'm going to say quote unquote, the most part, most people don't need extra other than a vitamin D in the winter and a vitamin C complex if you're getting sick, right? Like a liposomal vitamin C if you're getting sick. But everybody's body's different. That's why there's the 30-day money back guarantee. They're big size. So I can, if you have difficult swallowing. So the omegas are tiny. They're like this. The other ones are a little bit bigger, but there is an Angela, Cindy, there is a drink form of it, which Smeet can talk to you a little bit more about as well. But I find what most people do wrong with taking supplements, I'm just going to share this, is like you pop it in, then you go like this and you try and swallow it back. You actually close up your throat. So when you put the supplements at the back of your throat, take a drink, and then swallow with your mouth down, and you'll open up your throat for the supplements to go down easier. I do have some people that will break them though and put them in like some yogurt and take them. That's fine too. And yes, Angela, they nourish the brain. That alpha CRS is all about brain health. The omegas is like brain, eyes, all of that stuff. So you're getting some good things here. There's a whole PDF on the supplements as well that Smeet can share for more info. But I literally, when people ask me what is the one, doTERRA product you can't live without, and I'm like, these are we're an essential oil company, but these are our number one product. Why? Because when I use this and I'm consistent with this, they have oils in them. I don't need as many oils. I don't need as many extra things, right? I do this and my body is fueled. So that's honestly, and I know Smeet, you've been on them too and noticing a huge difference being back on them. And then my mom's
Yeah,
testimonial with the pneumonia and just like
yeah.
sickness and things like that.
Well, I think what has really helped me stabilize my perimenopause symptoms now, because I was taking different things for mood imbalances or hormones, and now I've been able to get off everything that I was taking, and I showed it to my naturopath too, and he's like, yeah, they're really good. And then I went for my 3-month blood work, and my doctor was like, your B12 is good, your vitamin D is good, my inflammation is down, so many good things just in 3 months. So I'm excited. Like, I'm gonna go for more blood work in the new year, like in January, and I want to see like how much better I'm doing, because then it'll be 6 months while I'm on it. And I was on these before, and then I got off of it and I started taking, like Amanda said, I started going to the health store. This is on sale. This is on sale. This looks good. And then I started compiling tons of vitamins on my counter and taking them. But now I'm off of majority of the things except for additional vitamin D, just because as a East Indian person, I need more vitamin D. But this does so well for me, and it's improved like 90% of the problems I was facing, and I've been able to get off everything. So it's actually saved me money in the end. Um, and yeah, I've been discussing it with my naturopath, and a lot of the tests that he does on me, they're coming back improved, much, much better. So that's been my experience. Yeah, so I know we talked a lot about oils and stuff like that. So we wanted to share that there's some of these kits that are available if you are interested in any of them. So this is the Healthy Start Kit here. I'm just sorry, I'm moving this around a bit because oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, the Healthy Starts kit. So there's 10 oils in this kit. There's the Zengest oil, which is great for stomach issues. You can put it in your belly button, use fractionated coconut oil and rub on your stomach. I don't know how doTERRA does it, what magic and potion they put in their oils, but these oils are so good. This Zengest takes care, like if you have any stomach issues, I just add 1 drop in my belly button and I swear to God, like I feel 1,000 times better once I've used it. And Balance is in this kit, which is an amazing oil for balancing your mood, using it throughout the day to just feel that zen, or start your day off like that too, right? More zen. On Guard is in there, which we talked about how it's a great oil for rubbing on the bottom of your feet or spine. If you have small children, you can add it into your water if you are feeling like a little tickle in your throat, or you feel like you're coming on with something. It's antibacterial, so it just kind of takes care of all of that. You can start using it if you feel like, something in your is coming on. Easy Air, which is a great, oh, somebody's re-entering. Easy Air is a great oil for opening up your airways. You can diffuse it I use it in my kids' diffuser at night. It just helps with opening up the airways. Another great way to use it is you can put a drop in your shower when you're having a shower. It's amazing. It works really well like eucalyptus, but that has eucalyptus in it. It's a blend. So that's a great oil for you, and you can rub it on your chest, on your back. It's like a natural Vicks, Mother Nature's Vicks, I guess you can say. Deep Blue is an incredible oil, a very strong, potent oil, which if you have any aches or pains in your body, you can use that diluted, or if you're an adult, you can use it like just with the drop on your body. But I like to just dilute it with fractionated coconut oil or rub it on my knees if they're feeling sore, or your shoulders, anywhere you feel aches and pains. It goes deep, it penetrates pretty deep, and you feel instant relief. That's like one of the top oils that does really well. People love Deep Blue. We talked about peppermint, another great oil that's in there, lemon, fantastic oil, lavender, frankincense, which is a very expensive oil actually, and that's in the kits, and tea tree. So that's all in there, and and you get a diffuser with it as well. And then we have the top 10, we have the Home Essentials oil. These are, I think, bigger bottles here, and they're just like 15 ml versus 5 ml on the left. And it also comes with a big diffuser. I have that diffuser, it's fantastic. So these are a couple of options if you are looking to, get started on your health journey. And there's a lot of education available on how to use them. Like, you would get a lot of support on how versatile these oils are, how to use them, and it's a perfect time of year to like incorporate these into your wellness routine. Okay, and then we have the foundation, essential foundations kit as well. We talked about the supplements. You can get that along with the PB Assist, which is I'm losing the word from my brain. It's a Amanda,
Probiotic.
probiotic. Yes, thank you. PB, yeah, probiotic. So that comes with that, which is fantastic, and it comes with all the essential oils, as well as a diffuser. So it's actually a very good deal for everything that you get in there. Great start to getting your wellness routine. And then we have the Home Essentials, I think, which I talked about already. So yeah, so if you do decide to purchase any of these kits, you will have a welcome call with me. There'll be education. There's discounts if you choose to go wholesale versus buying retail. And also there's a lot of promotions right now where you can get tons of freebies, which you can ask me about because I have some special codes for that. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming, and yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to stop the share here. Okay, now I can see the chat. Woohoo.
Put in the chat that those two kits, so there's a special on, there's two that are 15% off. And if none of those kind of fit and you're like, I just want the vitamins, or I just want this one, or I'm like, I need something for stress, and you kind of talked about it, but I'm not quite sure which one fits me, like book a little chit chat or stay on after and we'll like customize something, right? I think that we show the kits because most people end up going, I bought one oil, I bought balance oil because you guys talked about it. And then the next month they're like, shoot, I wish I would have bought that kit. It's way cheaper. Now I like needed this. I got sick, so I needed On Guard, and I got, a stuffy nose, so I needed Easy Air. And then, we were using lavender to make Christmas gifts, and like it just ends up piling up. So the 5 ml bottles you can't buy in doTERRA on a regular basis. They're only in that kit. So when you're buying the bigger oils. And Smeet, you said like in the kits, there's the frankincense. So frankincense, the 15 ml is $105. So when you're getting it in that big kit, and that big kit is 15% off, you're getting the diffuser for free plus some other oils for free because that frankincense is $105. In the smaller kit, at least you're getting a little so it's about 100 drops in the 5 ml bottle. You're getting that in the smaller kit. So now you can be like, hey, I can try it and see if I like it and see what I would use it for. And I like the smaller kit for like playing around with it and then going, oh, what can I do like next month? What did I run out of? All of that stuff. So yeah, any questions? I know Haley, you unmuted yourself.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
So you may have answered this already, I'm not sure, but the supplements for one bottle, is that like a 1 month supply?
Yeah, so if you did the full dosage, which for most women that are not diseased, and that are of average height, like or weight for their height, their BMI, a half dosage is probably enough for most people. So that box will last you 2 months. However, saying that, some people will take the full dosage and are like, oh my gosh, I love the energy. Like I need that extra boost over the holidays because we're go, go, go. And so there
Mhm.
might be months that you take the full dosage. But I do tell people in that first 30 days, especially, get up to that full dosage so you know what it feels like to be at the full dosage. And then you can find that happy medium for you, and kind of go in between there. So I like that part of it. It's flexible, but also within your budget. So I can honestly tell you, if you are buying Costco vitamins or cheaper vitamins, and you're at a 1 a day vitamin, you're not getting
Mm.
much of the nutrients from that, right? You're just not. So you're better off to take 1 a day of the doTERRA one, and that lasts you 4 months. You're not going to see the same results that like I'm talking about or Samit's talking about. They're going to be less, but at least you're giving your body something that it can absorb, it can take in, and it can use. So then it's more depending on your budget for people, right? Like I don't want people to stretch outside of their budget and be like, oh my gosh, I'm spending so much money. I feel good, but like, oh, I don't know if I can keep this up. So you're going to find that happy balance somewhere in between.
So sorry, I have a couple more questions as
Yeah,
well.
go
Asking
for it.
questions. Anyone
The,
else? If
I
anyone
think
needs,
you
I'll
said
just stop you for second, Haley. If anyone needs to leave and has questions, put in the or like wants to just ask something, put in the chat and Samit can book a time with you. And then we'll just keep like answering questions because that's what we're here for. I want
Yeah,
us to be able to go, hey, like let's talk about this. So keep going.
yeah.
so I think you said 2 in the morning and 1 at noon or something like
So
that, or
it would be
two at
two and
noon.
two. So 2 in the morning and then two like midday dinner time. I typically say don't take your vitamins anytime after dinner because it is supposed to give your cells some energy because that's the sustained. So anywhere around that like morning and then later on, then you're good. And that would be full dosage, 2 and 2.
So I'm very faithful to my vitamins in the morning,
Okay.
but I will
Me too.
not be taking them at noon. So would you recommend doubling up in the morning or still just staying with two?
No, I think I would keep it. So I would do two of each in the morning. So do that half a dosage in the morning. And
Mhm.
then I would do two things. See how you're feeling. You can take it with dinner. So if it helps to remember to put it at dinner time, then you can put it at dinner time. But see how you feel just on, so the sustainability or the bio retention, we call it, of the lifelong vitality vitamins is about 6 hours. It starts to kind of drop a little of you feeling some of the effects of it, right? Which is a long time. So if you are up in the morning at like 6 a.m. and you're taking it at 6 a.m., you might
Mm.
start to notice by 6 p.m., you're kind of back down to that, oops, like I'm feeling it. But if that's okay with you and you're in like a wind down time at 6 p.m. and you're all right with that, then that's okay, right? I have done it where I've forgotten my like dinner time ones and I'm going out that night. I'm like, well, I'm gonna take them a little bit later because I want to be able to stay up a little bit later, right? So play with it. Some people also have no issue taking it at like 6 o'clock and going to bed at 9, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So I like that they're flexible. There's not like a stickler rule on it. It gives you a little bit of flexibility to like work with that.
They give
Yeah.
you
Okay.
crazy amount of energy. Like like Amanda was saying, if I miss my second dose, I can definitely feel it. So I don't know, the way that doTERRA's designed these supplements, you're gonna notice a difference. Like your
In
energy,
energy.
yeah, energy, just feeling good in your body. Your blood work will show the difference. Like if you get your blood work done every 6 months or whatever, you'll see the difference in your like biomarkers.
So energy is my big thing because I don't know if you noticed, I wrote in the chat, I have extremely low blood pressure. And I cannot live without the B complex. I even made a mistake and didn't even realize I took the 50, I'm going to say mils. I don't know if that's the right unit
Yep.
or whatever, but, and I was feeling terrible, like crashing, like almost had to go to the hospital. I need the 100 mils every single day. And so that's my thing. So if this is like a B complex, if this is comparable or whatever, I will take a chance. I can take a chance and not take mine and take these, but I cannot risk crashing midday, especially with my job.
No.
I'm high energy, I'm physical,
Yeah.
and I can't crash. And it's not like you're
Yeah.
normal tired at all. It's not like, oh, I'm just tired, I'm crashing, I need a coffee. It is my body's blood pressure is going down and I crash.
Okay. So what I would try is I would start, so do the 30-day money back guarantee, like, because again,
Mhm.
I would start with the 2 in the morning and see how you feel. If you're not going to remember that, like the dinner time one, and you during that time, you're like, I'm not remembering. So I do that for like a couple days in that first week, just under a week. Then you can double up and do 3 in the morning and see if that sustains, right? So let's just play with that and works. If you're noticing that, so this is kind of twofold, and I'll just share this because I know Angela already uses the oils and she like is learning about
She
the
uses the
supplements, probably
supplements
listening.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, listening in. If you're finding that you're not absorbing B vitamins, so our lifelong vitality vitamins have methylated B vitamins in them, but they are there's most supplements don't have the methylated, they're just B vitamins. So if you have the MTHFR gene, which means you don't absorb B vitamins, you need methylated vitamins. So the lifelong vitality ones are like a cross between the unmethylated, like regular vitamins, and like pure methylated, everything's methylated in it. So
Sorry,
if the lifelong vitality,
I'm gonna stop the
oh
recording. I didn't
yeah,
realize it's still on. Sorry.
it's okay.
Okay.
So if
Bye
the
everyone.
if the lifelong vitality is not